Hello everybody, it's time for your July Q&A with the Ninth Dimension Arcturian Council. I'm so happy you're here. Thanks to my IG family, today's Q&A is so good, and every month they submit their questions either for personal guidance or for the collective. Today we're going to be covering things like, is the V actually harmful for us? Helpful information on cosmic rays, being your own boss, and releasing the need for perfection. These transmissions always offer insight that is useful to us all, so please stay till the end. Hello and welcome back to my channel, The Unravel Collective. My name is Yvonne and I love to unravel the human condition to reveal the multidimensional self. I offer channeled guidance, and today I'll be sharing guidance from our friends, the Ninth Dimension Arcturian Council. Today, as you can see, I'm outside. It's a little different, but I had to do this to make it work. It's really hard. It's really hot today, so I'm pretty sweaty, but we're gonna get through this together. All right, let's begin with question number 1. Okay, question number 1 is by Carla Liz 11. I'm constantly called to have my own business and be my own boss. I also love and see myself with my current employer, helping her grow her business by expanding my new skills and doing what I love. So what do I do? They said, here we see that somebody is growing into themselves more fully by being in the frequency of another that not only inspires her, but also respects her growth. So what we're seeing here is that this is a beautiful collaboration for both to be growing and expanding oneself. So what do I do here when I want to be my own boss and create my own business, and yet I love working with this other person? We see at this moment that this is a very good space to be in, not just for yourself, but the partner that you're working with. And we do see that there's an expansion ahead for both of you. Now, we do see that there is an opportunity to merge your businesses, to somehow form a team here and work together, which would then expand both of your businesses with both of your skills that you already carry. And we already see that you work very well together. So this is a grand opportunity to not only expand your own skills at this time while you help grow her business. You are actually still in this moment also growing your own business, even though it appears it may not be so, because as you said, you are expanding your new skills and you are expanding how to communicate more clearly and to work and collaborate with others in a very powerful way, very effective way. And you are also beginning to understand who and what you desire in a work partner. And so these are skills that are growing your business, whether you think so or not at this time in this moment. So you are already being your own boss, my dear, because you are in many ways making very intentional choices about who you work with, about what you do for work, how you choose to help, and what you contribute. And you are also choosing and very aware of what you are learning in respects to new skills here. So in many ways, you are already your own boss. You are choosing what to do, how to do it. You are free to make decisions here, even though you are helping another, even though you are collaborating with another. There is much freedom from what we can see that you are capable of. So this is a type of expansion for you. And you get to play here. You get to be free to be yourself because it's safe here. And this partner that you're working with is very inspired by you and your skill set and your creativity and your determination and desire to be an evolution of your own dreams and ideas. And they're very willing to work and create with you. So what we're seeing is that you are indeed your own boss in this moment. And we are also seeing this collaboration is perfect for both of you. And we're seeing that in the future, should you choose, you would be a perfect team to work together and bring your skill sets together and create a business together. There is light around this pairing and an opportunity for expansion, not just for your individual business, but to expand into a merging business. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for your question, Carla. Okay, so now I'm inside and I have to do this really quickly before my next client gets here. And the next question is anonymous. And that question is, what am I missing with all that has gone wrong with my house lately? Am I meant to move out of my house to heal? They say one of the things that we first want to acknowledge is the awareness around lessons and healing. This individual has done so much inner work, and there is a tendency to overanalyze and overthink things here in terms of this awareness and healing. What we want to say first is that this is a beautiful thing that's occurred here, because she is quite dedicated and quite knowledgeable about the human body and its intelligence and its emotions and the energy within these emotions, and how this has all affected her, not just in the past, but in the present moment. She is keenly aware of every single energetic occurrence that happens in her body and in her environment. She is intuitive and quite advanced in being able to pick up on the tiniest shifts of energy. And so this question, it can be overwhelming, let's say, having this type of power or awareness. So we would like to suggest that this individual take breaks from this over-analysis or this super connection, we would say, to the energetic field, because it becomes a little bit oppressive at times when you are constantly gauging energetic fields, energetic shifts, or energetic lessons, let's say. Human beings, while they have the capacity and the body as an instrument to really tune in to the energy of the shifts occurring and the energy of emotions and consciousness, it also has its limitations in respect to its need for nourishment, its need for rest. So there's a great deal of energy output here to do everything as clean and as pure as possible. And what we're seeing here is a little bit of stress to make everything as clean and pure as possible. And while this is a beautiful mission, so to speak, this is also creating a bit of stress at the same time. And we did mention this before in another reading, how one can begin to trigger a stress response when there is so much worry about doing everything as perfectly as they would like in terms of health or environment. So now let's take a look at the actual channeling and see what else they had to say. No, we do not see this as a cause to move out of this house. This house is actually providing quite a bit of healing for you. This house is actually causing for some of this stress to be revealed and shown to you. There is some, what looks like the opposite of healing is actually causing you healing. More so for you to release some control here, let's say. More so in allowing you to rest, let's say. Allowing yourself to take a break and allowing yourself to be cared for, even in what appears to be imperfection or lack of purity in the environment. It is very important that you offer yourself a break from being perfect, my dear. And this home is allowing you to heal in many, many ways. It is very loving towards you. It holds you in a very loving space, even when it appears it is not. So no, we do not see any cause to move from this home. We see this home as being a very nurturing space for you and your family. Our only suggestion is to release some of the control you may have that is causing stress and that is causing worry in the body. Okay, so thank you so very much for that question, and let's move on to question number 3 by @MaryMooneyArt. Her question is, what would be helpful to know about cosmic rays? Now, I didn't know anything about cosmic rays before I channeled this, and I had to look it up afterwards. So interesting stuff, still way over my head, but here's what they had to say. This is, of course, an advanced question, but this is to be expected by this individual because this individual has healing powers that deal with light frequency and color frequency and energies that these lights and colors emit. And so cosmic rays, this is all that this entails: the energy of light, sound, and even color. And so what she's discovering on her own, and with the help of her galactic family and spirit team, is that the frequencies that these lights, colors, and sounds hold is quite powerful. And they go on to say a lot more interesting information, so let's go ahead and watch that clip of the actual channeling. And so when she asked what would be helpful to know about cosmic rays, one of the things that we would like to say or share with her is that cosmic rays are constantly being emitted. This is an energy source that is infinite. This is an energy source that is available to all of you at any given moment, in any given time, in any given space. So what we are saying here is that cosmic rays are not just available to humans, but they are available to the entire universe as a whole. And that this is an infinite source of energy. And that when you connect intentionally with this energy source and you begin to discover its power, you will begin to manipulate this power, not in a bad way, not in a negative way, but in a powerful, nourishing way that then offers you healing and offers you opportunity to heal others, not just yourselves. So the most important thing to understand here is that these cosmic rays are available and infinite throughout and regardless of time and space. They are available to you in every dimension. Therefore, even in what appears to be one present dimension or one present moment that you are living, you can and use this energy to heal all dimensions in any time and in any space. So remember, as you begin to discover this more fully for yourselves, remember that the possibility for healing is infinite when you are using the power of cosmic rays. All right, well, I hope that helped. Thank you so much, Mary, for your question. Let's move on to question number 4. Okay, well, here I am in another location trying to get this done today, and I couldn't disturb my client who is now inside, so I'm back outside. This next question is by John Woolley. Is there anything in the V that could intentionally or unintentionally harm us, or is it generally safe for healthy humans? They said this is a question that is quite loaded, as you humans say. This is a question that is difficult to answer because this V has caused so much energy in the minds and the souls or spirits of humankind. And now I'd like to just jump to a quick clip about what they had to say in the actual channeling. And what we mean by this is that it has caused much opportunity for thought, for connecting to oneself, for connecting to your own thought patterns, your own belief patterns, your own consciousness, your own questioning, so to speak. There is not one person on the earth at this time that has not had the opportunity to explore these areas, all because of this virus and all because of this possible injection, so to speak. And this is what we see as a positive outcome from this
experience that is occurring on the earth plane at this time.
All right, so that was interesting, and here's more of what they shared. Now, when you ask, is there anything intentionally or unintentionally harmful around this injection, we cannot say this with clarity. We cannot answer this for you, my dear, because this is part of a plan for humanity, a plan that you have outlined for yourselves to see what will come from us, how we will stand up in this time, what we will stand for, what is a truth that is beginning to reveal itself. How and when are we going to open ourselves to a deeper understanding? So this understanding is one that must only come from you, each of you. Here's more of what they shared.
Each individual. And so this time makes possible the opportunity for each of you to go within and for each of you to explore these ideas of belief systems, these ideas of division, these ideas of separateness. And this even is calling you to look within yourself about the ideas of separateness within yourself. What parts of you are healthy? What parts of you are unhealthy? What parts of you are asleep and what parts of you are awake? What parts of you are scared and what parts of you are brave? What parts of you require action and what parts of you require rest? What parts of you require questioning and what parts of you require acceptance? So there is much to say around the growth that is occurring here for each of you.
Now, we cannot say whether this experience is intentionally or unintentionally harmful, for this would alter this individual exploration for each of you. This is a time that you have planned for yourselves, and in this way, it's neither intentional or unintentional. It's neither harmful or unharmful. It's simply an experience in which you wanted to see, how will I grow from this experience? And how will I see what will be revealed to me? And as each individual explores this, we see that humanity as a whole will shift in some way. What way that is up to you. Wow. Thanks for that question, John. All right, let's get on to the next question. All right, our last question is by Melinda Diorio. How can I find more of a balance between effort and ease? I want to jump straight into the beginning of this channeling and show you this clip.
This is a beautiful question, and one that we see that this individual is actually very good at. So there's very little to say here, and we hope that this is not a disappointment. However, we see that this individual is very much like a stream, a river here. She is very good at, let's say, the flow of carrying energy and allowing this energy to move through her. We see that she is very aware of not being dismissive of any type of energy. There is never judgment, so to speak, around her energetic field or what she is experiencing in the moment. She is very good with allowing things to move through her, just like a stream. Around the twists and turns of rocks and whatnot. And so this is very good because there also seems to be a very flexible energy here, a very flexible, bendable energy toward learning, toward expansiveness, toward giving nourishment and taking breaks, toward stillness and listening, while also, even in the stillness, moving and progressing and offering that of new growth, let's say, new growth into stepping forward, new growth into watering new areas of her life, new growth into the expansion.
They go on to say, just as water does, it forms in many ways of being. This is part of what this individual does. And she does this gracefully and so well. She forms into different types of experiences, and she does it with grace. Just as water moves into gas, or into frozen form, or into liquid form, this individual does the same thing. What she does is gracefully carry information in a way that causes more evolution and expansiveness. So, not to be disappointing here, but we really see that this individual doesn't need much advice in this area of her life. She's actually very good at finding balance between effort and surrender. We would only like to encourage her to continue on her path just as she is. She's doing a wonderful job, and we would like to acknowledge her for all the effort and ease she finds in her life, which then offers her the possibility of space and more awareness, not just in her own mind and heart, but for those around her. So wonderful job here, and we want to say thank you. I also would like to say thank you to everyone who submitted their questions. There were so many today, and I only picked 5 because 5 takes about an hour to channel, and then transcribing it takes another hour, and then filming it takes about another hour. So 5 is about my limit at this time. I really hope that you all enjoyed today's channeling, today's Q&A. I wanted to say thank you to the Arcturians for their beautiful guidance always, and I want to thank you for being here. If you're interested in submitting a question for the Arcturian Council for the month of August, please follow me at The Unravel Collective, and I look forward to seeing you then.